I want you to see it the way that I see it, as right side up instead of the other way. Okay, I think that's stable. Okay, I need something to draw on and something to paste onto. Oh, how nice of YouTube to send me an email to tell me I went live. I already knew that, babe. Okay, I'm just gonna pull up the stream on my computer real quick so I can see comments easier. And then we will get vibing. If you're here, please leave a comment and tell me if the music is too loud. Okay. Go to my own page. Go to my channel. And then have to mute myself. There we go. Okay. So if anyone comes in, which I hope they do, I'll be able to see them. Basically, I'm doing an art trade, and I need to make a drawing of the person's character, and then also we decided to do a collage, so I have all these scraps and stuff. So I guess I'm going to start by curating my papers for the actual collage. It's like a fluffy, I'm not sure what animal it was. Let me look this up. My messages. Okay. That's the wrong person, isn't it? Oh wait, no, it's not. Here you go. Why is it not showing the images? Why is Facebook being weird? Okay, well, let me see if they have it on their profile. Okay. Photos. Where's the little guy? That's some garbage, man. Hold on. I'm gonna have to get my iPad to check the message. I get that people suck, and that's why two-factor authentication helps, but like, do we need it for every single thing possible? Like, can I not check my message as myself on my device that you know is mine? By the way, we're listening to Dan and Phil Beats. This is the art they made for me. Isn't that cute? Okay. So this is the one that I'm gonna draw. So I'm actually gonna probably keep that here for the vibes. I think this fits. Would be fun to do some lace on there. Scraps are weird because it's like whenever I use them, I'm happy to use them up, but it feels like you never finish using them up. I don't know. I kind of want to lean into the purple. This seems too saturated. No star. These are actually like from my mom, and she basically just handed me a big bag of these like little scraps and was like, here you go. Because I've been doing artist trading cards, which was actually my original idea for the live stream was going to be artist trading cards, but then I decided to do this art trade with my friend, so. Flower. I might do that. I don't know. I also have a 3D flower. I don't know if this is getting too pinkish, though. But I wanted to have some green. It's an alpaca puppy. I think this is a bit too cartoony, but I'm gonna try to go for like a landscape-ish base area. Oh, so many things. There's a whole human in here. Okay. What is that? What is that? Snowman. Nah, you don't fit the vibe. Flamingos are not the vibe. I like those clouds, but I don't want the balloons. Trying to like keep them from mixing into each other too much. I like that one, but I don't know if it fits, you know? Mysterious egg. Okay, I think most of what's left in here is like card blanks. Okay, so I'm gonna just get these all back in the container here, if that's even possible. Actually, these are cool. This is conflicting for me because like I like the color and stuff, but it's religious words and I'm like, I don't want to send religion to people that I don't know want to hear about it, you know, especially when I'm not religious myself. What's this circle? Oh, there's a little kitty on it. I might send that with the art, but not like on it. Okay, so we have that. We have these little foam bits for like texture. I have some more like foam texture bits upstairs, but I don't know that I want to go grab those. Okay, so I also have large pieces of paper, and this is like I think that could be fun. I don't know. These are just the larger pieces, so I'm just gonna sift through these real quick. It could be fun to put a little bit of gold. Green, which I know I wanted to put some green. These are really pretty. I think this was like a, yeah, it was a calendar of scrapbook papers. So you can, like every day if you wanted to, you could do scrapbooking. I think this is going to be a very floral heavy collage. Like that purple. This is also cool. This is another thing that it's like, it's too big to use for an artist trading card, so an actual like full-size collage could be fun. This is, okay, page of a book, not religious, so I actually like these little purple birds. I might put some of them. This is possibly. Okay, so my main weapon here is going to be the glue stick, which I cannot locate? I just had that. I know it because it was in the thumbnail. Where did the glue stick go? Did it roll off? Bruh. Okay, well, that's alright. We can start playing with it without the glue stick, and then eventually when I need one, I'll figure it out. I also have like washi tapes and stuff, but they're upstairs. I want to try to see what I can do with this. I'm also going to grab my big papers. So y'all might not be able to see this super clearly, mostly because no one's watching, but also because it's in a big bin. But I think I have some green papers. Here's some green, but that's on a rainbow. This is kind of like Y2K papers. That's a little too neon of a green. Yeah, I don't know about that one. We have a viewer. Hello, thanks for being the first viewer. I'm making a collage. And I'm just trying to select my stuff so I can actually start making it. Ooh, fish. I know Ray likes fish, so I'm gonna take that out. This is, again, it's like slightly too blue for what I'm thinking, but it is a cool texture. The purple with texture is good because the character has purple. Maybe we'll end up like watercoloring some green to use. They don't really strike me as a sparkle person, but I do also just have plain old construction paper. Because I want it to be like vaguely reminiscent of the alpaca being in a field, like on a farm, but it doesn't have to be. Alright, well. Oh, duh. Well, I just found that. That's pretty much like the exact kind of thing I was looking to find, so that's fun. Alright, so I'm just trying to clear my space a little bit. I still don't know where the glue stick went. That's actually pretty frustrating because I don't think I have another one within easy reach. Why has it done this to me? Why have this happen? Okay, I'm gonna grab another thing of glue. Luckily, I just rearranged some of my craft stuff, so there's things down here that weren't always down here. And part of that is I moved my paint and glue down here because paint and glue take a little bit to dry, and that means that I don't want to wait for that and have to like leave upstairs and come back down here. Okay, I like this. I like this. I'm gonna put these on here. Those are like layering. I'm actually gonna, I think I'm gonna flip this paper over so I'm less likely to, like, the border was distracting me. Okay, so I think what I'm gonna do is start off with maybe this as the background, and I'm gonna, let's see, if it's 8.5. Some of them on the back, they tell you how wide it is, but maybe actually just use this as the background instead of this, and then do a square. That makes it easy, but I am gonna take this piece off the top. Although shipping this is gonna be a little bit tricky if it's a square. So maybe I will trim it to 8.5 by 11, just so that it will fit into an envelope to ship. So yeah, I like already overcrowding myself. There's that. All right, and then we just need a regular pencil. There we go. Okay, now I get to cut that out. By the way, we're listening to Danafil Beats, which is a 10 out of 10 channel, and they specifically let people use their music in streams, which a lot of people don't, so I appreciate that. Okay, there's that, and then this strip. I should have brought like my scissors with longer blades, but it's fine. Alright, so what I'm thinking, I'm going to leave this with the scraps because that's like a good piece to use. Okay, so I think I'm going to go vertical. This has more blue than that, so I think I'm going to put that at the top to kind of resemble sky. Now this, I kind of wanted to, I wonder if I can mix this and this as, this is candles. I don't have to use it as candles though. So I was thinking of doing like hills with ripping texture. Yeah, so like that there, and then it's gonna be difficult to rip this way, but I will try. This one really likes to rip weird. Okay, I don't know if I want that much white, so we're gonna take that off. And then let's see. Trying to figure out how to get the most mileage out of this piece of paper. I think if we just go like this and rip it along the edge as close as we can. Papers hate to see me coming, I'll tell you what. Alright, I was just making sure that everything is still working. Like that, and then maybe we can get another hill out of this paper too. Actually, if this one is longer than that one, maybe this can go on the bottom and the other one can go on the layer above. I just gotta cut this stuff off. This and that and that. I feel like you maybe need a different green. Green with flowers. I kind of break it up a little bit. This here, this here, this. Here, and then this could move up a little bit, maybe? Okay, I think I like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and secure those. Well, that one just moved all the way out of the spot I want it to be at. Okay, we're gonna go with that. And the thing to keep in mind with this glue stick, as opposed to the other one I had, is that this one is colorful on purpose and it doesn't dry clear. And I don't know why they made that, but they did. Okay, I gotta double check my placement because I shifted it. There. Okay, and then scoot. And then this one will go like just hardly behind that. Okay, I'm gonna just leave them there. And just make sure I don't glue where I don't want it to show. This one I know exactly where that's going to go on top, so that's fine. Well, that's going to be on my desk mat forever now. Okay, now this one. Okay, slide that where it needs to go. Okay, there's that. Then I think that looks good. I think I'm gonna start sketching now. Well, maybe I don't know. Is it a big fluffy puppy with lots of hair? Let's see what I can come up with. I should probably do this over a couple of papers. Pencil. Okay. The puppy. Puppy with hopes. Okay. What layout do I want? So we could do puppy sleeping. nose. We could do maybe puppy laying down and looking at the sky. I don't know. I like the tail a lot. How do you draw the dog? I like this idea, but the pose is not chilling with me. Is that fixed? my stream was like, okay, it wasn't live for a sec. Okay. I feel like I like the idea of Sleepy Puppy, so I just gotta get that to a spot where I like how it looks. His little hoofs. Is that a piercing or a freckle? I don't think that was his eye. Maybe he should just be like sitting chilling and sitting chilling and doing what though? Maybe a little blankie. This eraser is so in there. I don't want to hide too much of the body because they drew me a really nice full body, so. I need a better eraser though. the tail sticking out. Get a little bit wider of a shoulder. How do I get the leg to look like I want it to look? I fear that the answer is just to hide more of it. I guess this part of the hook will be facing more forward. Third time's the charm, right? I like this sketch. I think I'm gonna go over it with like, I don't know if I have, my instinct is brown, but the color palette is more like lavender. So let me see what pencils I have. That is the marker side of this deck. What do I got in here? I have silvery purple. Ooh. Yeah, that's perfect. Okay, so the hat is that color for sure. Kind of outline my hair in it. Okay, and then maybe I will grab a brown. Ooh, actually, wait, this is like a darker, it's a bit brighter, but yeah, I don't know about that. That's kind of like a pop rock purple. lightest possible gray, perhaps. That is even in here. Maybe I can just like smudge around the, use a white pencil to, I don't know if this is accomplishing very much, but it's the process. You have to try stuff to find new stuff. Oh, I didn't even shade the bottom of the feet. Okay, it does need some more contrast. I'm nervous to make it too much contrast. But I don't know that I want to go much darker than like the pencil, so. Should probably stand a little lower on the head. Now the feet, my sworn enemy. Okay, I think they look pretty okay. Okay, now they have little hearts on the hand. I kind of covered up most of them, I guess. Hair is a little bit darker than the rest of it. There's some spots, but they're on the thighs. Okay, and then cheek marking. I feel like most of my shading went away. Maybe I will go in with this just to kind of like brighten it up a little. I think that's good. So now I'm going to cut them out, and I think I'm going to put them on a backing paper. I'm just not sure which yet. You have this. I was like, I'm going to cut that out. Tries to pick it up immediately. I don't know about this one as a backing paper. We shall see. I try not to make a million little shreds when I'm cutting, but for these like furry spiky bits, it's like really hard to maintain the shape if you don't, like if you leave it connected and try to jam the scissors in there, it's kind of ruins the integrity of the paper. Being like slightly more particular than normal. I don't like detail cutting. He's done. See, so he kind of would blend in if I left him like that. So I'm like, flower halo, different flower halo. Actually, that's kind of cool. But I don't want to blend too much with like the bottom of it. This is again like it's pretty, but I think it kind of blends in a bit too much. I want to put them on brown. Maybe the words. I was like, oh, this is fine because there's no like religion. It's like it said God and pistol and gun on the same page. Okay, hold on. Okay, I think this is what we're gonna go with. So because I have very visible glue, I'm gonna put it on the back of this piece and not directly onto the book. on there. And then I think I'm gonna do like maybe drawing this will help me figure out what I want to do. But like I want to do like kind of close down here. And then maybe like something with like a bit of shape so that I can do like a trail of the little other bits that I have. Now we get to play with the little things. Okay. Cloud. These are fun because there's like a vellum square, but then there's also a frame. Okay, I kind of just have to like start laying stuff around. I like the shape of this, but I don't know if it's going to work for this piece. This one I think definitely want to put that somewhere. Now it's like getting to the point where I'm like, I have so many options that I'm like overwhelmed. There's no right answer, I just have to figure out what I want to do. Okay. This is cool. Maybe we'll use the other half on here, maybe we won't. I think maybe this guy is like learning. That's upside down. No square. I like this, but I want to put something fun in the middle, and I don't know. Again, that's kind of like too bright of a green. And I have gems, but I don't really want to do gems for this character. Oh, that's something. Okay, and then do I have any? Oh yeah, I remember this. I like this, but it's again, it's like it's just barely too big to be something I feel like I can actually use. I think this would be good for the center of the flower, maybe? We could do a circle, but I'm wondering if I can make like a cool texture. definitely need to put more gold somewhere else if I do that. Maybe this can take up a little less space up here. I'm gonna go ahead and glue that so it dries and doesn't, like, I need to be able to glue it and then cut the extra off. Okay. Now I got glue on my hands. You used to do this at school too. When you get glue in your hands, you use the friction to heat it up and dry it. It's kind of gross, but it works. Okay, so that's on there. I like this. Maybe... Actually, yeah, let's put this down here too. To get that, like, design of whatever was cut out before. That's another thing I like doing with my collages is, like, if somebody already used it for something, I try to keep that edge in if I can. And then this isn't glued down yet. I'm not 100% sure about that. I want to put this frame on something. This is a sticker. Ooh, actually, yeah. Well, I don't want to cover him too much. Well-read butterfly, maybe? No, I like the contrast that this has over here. Maybe we're not doing enough with the little guy. We gotta move the little guy around. Let's see. I don't know if I'm gonna use these. Maybe... Now it's just me thinking. Maybe I want something more 3D over here. I have a tree, but it's like a Christmas tree, and I don't think it really fits that well. Maybe we'll put the butterfly on top of the frame instead of in it. Or like leaving it. I'm like confusing myself now. I used a lot of my pre-cut and interesting stuff over here. So maybe... This is kind of thick. Do I have any like thinner? If I had a paper punch, I would punch the little birds out. But I guess I don't, so I will have to cut them. Oh, cute! It says birds right there, and then there's a bird. Okay. I think I can get 2 more out of this, because the one bird has his little feet cut off. How can this bird be doing something up here? Oh, well that fixes that. Put it off the page. Still don't know about that. Okay, I'm gonna commit. And start sticking things down. Maybe some kind of rain or something coming out of this. Like the words falling out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Stop that. I was gonna try for these, but I think maybe the gray would look cool too. sorry. I'm trying not to like drop the stuff on the thing. Okay, that's cool, but I think I want to like spread them out a bit. So I think I'm going to cut them apart and then glue them onto that cloud, but not before I glue the lightning to it. Might go back and make one of them a little shorter, but that's good for now. I have to let that dry. Up there. Okay. Now I did decide I liked this up here, but I only wanted the flowers. So we'll save the jug for something else. Why are you stuck? You do have to cut that off eventually. Okay. Now, I like this bird here. Do I like this down here, or do I want myself to like this down here? something like slashing through this. But I don't want to use the green because I already did that. Maybe that's another spot to put the gold. Yeah, that's what it needed. Okay, and then I guess I should probably start gluing this stack down if I ever want it to be able to dry. Like I have to hold it the whole time it dries. Okay, now this is gonna take up a decent amount of room up here. Well, we know where he's going, so we might as well put him down. This bird is still loose. I'm not sure where that bird wants to go. Okay, well, he wants to go there. That was easy. Okay, now this guy being slightly problematic, but I think that's a decent spot. I've created a situation. There you go. Hopefully that's fine. Okay, now gotta cut all the loose things off the edges. I don't know, it still feels a bit too flimsy to do that. nothing falls off. I did not have faith in those scissors to cut the lace, but it did. Really make sure these 3D things are on here securely. Okay. I don't know if I should call it there. I'm not sure. I didn't end up using this. I did really like this for the vibe. I shouldn't force it. This was also really cool, but maybe I'll do some more drawing. But what? Some little guys in the trees. Okay, I think I like that. There's my collage art thingy, and now I have made a humongous mess that I need to clean up. But yeah, for anyone who watches on the replay, because I know nobody watched live, thanks for watching the whole thing, and leave me a comment if you like this art or like this style and want me to do more of these. They're pretty fun. I was also planning to do an artist trading card stream at some point, which is similar because I tend to do collaging with them. But yeah, thanks for watching. Goodbye.